Hi, my name is Ami County, and I'm a business coach and consultant. I've been an entrepreneur for, well, my son just turned 19 this year, so it looks like about 20 years that I've been doing this. And October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I want to talk specifically to any of you that have experienced a relational abuse situation. And I don't mean just physical abuse, but I also want to make sure that those of you that have gone through the psychological, emotional abuse, and financial abuse actually listen up here. I have had to go through my own healing journey and repair work from being in such a relationship. And one of the things that I noticed when it comes to entrepreneurship is that the lingering effects of abuse and what it can do to our self-esteem, and that it's pretty interesting process and journey to make some realizations as we go through this. And I just want to say, first of all, there's no quick path out. While you were able to leave the situation, the process of undoing the damage can go on for quite some time. And so if you're still struggling, I'm just here to tell you, like, yeah, I get it. In fact, what I've had to do is realize that what being in an abusive relationship can do to us, especially if it's psychologically and emotionally. And there's a lot of gaslighting going on, and a lot of manipulation and threatening, abandonment and rejection, and sometimes even using threats of violence to get us to obey or to settle down or to, not be so difficult, or whatever the really shaming words that were used against us to get us to basically do what the abuser needs and wants from us, um, actually robs us of our sense of self. And what I mean by that is that it takes away the memories of when we had success in our life and when we did amazing things, because our brains tune into pain and fear more so than anything else. And so when we have a history that has success and abuse mixed in with it, to be honest, we tend to really zero in and remember the abusive parts of it. And the abusive parts came with language that was degrading and, again, intended to control and manipulate us and to make us afraid to do something, on our own, or to acknowledge our own success. And I've even had to, and I wanted to share this with you, I have found that remembering to pull out a piece of paper and to journal about the successes has actually been remarkably helpful for me. I forget more often than I remember, the company that I started when I invented a product that didn't exist in my garage by myself while I was a stay-at-home mom, and turned it into a manufacturing company. And the business was earning $500,000 a year. And I had employees and nationwide distribution. And that's a big effing achievement to do, especially since it didn't even exist before I did that. And I tell you, I remember my abuse more so and more often than I remember that achievement. And then I have actually had two other businesses after that. And one business that was really not doing that much, and I turned it into something that was earning $250,000 a year. And I guess the point is that it's okay, it's understandable when we have difficulties reaching back through and searching for the successes that we've had, especially if we have all of the rubble of the abuse on top of us. But we have to remember, especially if we're in entrepreneurship and especially if we're trying to rebuild ourselves as well as a business at the same time, that it may require some earnest excavation of our past to go back and find all the gold that we have out there that somebody really worked very hard at making us forget. And again, I know that I want to raise this awareness for you because, again, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And for anybody watching this video who has not been through a psychologically or financially or physically abusive relationship or all of the above, to remember and understand that a lot of women and men actually are experiencing this, and that leaving the situation doesn't erase the trauma of that whole experience. And when somebody is in a situation of needing to find strength and support, to not dismiss how hard it is. I will tell you, it's been a few years since I've been out of my situation, and I'm still surprised every day by how deeply it has affected me and impacted me. And so I don't want anybody again to think that this is a quick fix. But you have done good things, and just know that your brain just wants to protect you, so it's going to keep bringing back the bad memories to save you and protect you from that ever happening again. But you have to push through that. You have to dig, and I would say grab a journal and start to write down every day, reminding yourself, even if it's the same thing you're reminding yourself of every day, keep going. You can do it.